back and forth, military threats between the U.S. and North Korea continue to escalate as members of the Trump administration back President Trump's grave warning to North Korea that the U.S. is prepared to, quote, unleash fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Fox News correspondent Joel Wallman was in Washington with the latest.
Just one day after President Trump made that ominous remark, we're hearing from both the State and Defense Departments, as well as the residents of Guam, the latest targets of threats from the North.
You can't do anything. You can't run and hide from a nuclear bomb or a threat. We're basically going to be wiped out.
Frightened residents of the tiny Pacific island of Guam are afraid of being caught in the middle of escalating tensions between the U.S. and North Korea after Pyongyang announced it might attack the strategically important American territory. But Defense Secretary James Mad Dog Mattis with a warning of his own, telling the North to cease any thought of possible actions that would lead to the end of its regime and the destruction of its people. Secretary Mattis' salvo coming just as U.S. Navy bombers were taking off from Andersen Air Force Base in Guam, heading near the Korean Peninsula. The State Department today pushing back against claims that President Trump's remarks came as a surprise to those outside his immediate team.
The United States, and some of you may disagree with this, but the United States is on the same page. Whether it's the White House, the State Department, the Department of Defense, we are speaking with one voice. And the world is, in fact, speaking with one voice.
Meantime, the communist nation also releasing a statement of its own, pledging to make the U.S. pay dearly for all the heinous crimes it commits against the state and people of this country.
Whether they're conventional, whether they're nuclear, or whether they're special forces. So the message is very clear. Don't test this White House, Pyongyang.
When asked whether or not he had any advice for those concerned about the increased rhetoric, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said no, urging Americans to sleep well tonight. In Washington, Joel Wallman, Fox News.